Shout out to our special sponsor, Local Cold Brew Coffee. Welcome to Book BFFs, the show that celebrates wonderful people and the books they're inspired by. I am here today with the talented Dre. What's up, Dre? How are you?
Hey, Jenny, I'm doing amazing. And yourself?
Great. I am so happy to have you here. I've seen all the things you do online, the man behind the lens capturing all these moments. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I go by Dre, also known as Dre Took This. And me, like I do videos, like I'm a creative entrepreneur. Also, like I do photography as well. And yeah, I'm really like into like the creative field, and that's really what I've been doing, like for the past 3 years now.
I love that.
Yeah.
Earlier you were mentioning this has been for the past 3 years. So before that, what were you up to?
Really before, like I was just working like regular jobs, like 9 to 5s. Like I never really thought I'd be here, like right now, like doing what I'm doing. So before, like I was just like working 9 to 5 jobs and hoping that I could make something of myself. Like I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, but this kind of like came to me. So and then I just received it with open arms, and like it's been a success ever since.
I love that. Now you're enjoying exploring the creative aspect, huh?
Yes.
For sure. So in that creative aspect, you bring this beautiful book.
Yes.
What book is this and why did you choose it?
Well, this book is by Jack Canfield. It's the Success Principles. It literally tells you what it's about. On the cover, it says how to get from where you are to where you want to be. So like what I say about this book, like it'll help you, because there's like a lot of things that we may be doing now that, that's not what we're intended to do. So because I always like to say that we all have a purpose and God has like a plan for us. So with this book, like it'll help you, like figure out what is it exactly that you really want to do, because you love to do something if you do it for free. So that's what I always like say, because like what I'm doing right now, like I know I do it for free, because I like when I first started, like I was like doing like free work, and like even till this day, like I'd still do certain things for free if it makes sense. Yeah. So. But yeah, but like this book will also help you like come from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. So yeah, that's what I really say about this book.
I love that.
Yeah.
And in that transformation from you, like working a 9 to 5 to entering that creative space and having to hustle in the beginning for free.
Yes.
How has that experience been like for you?
Well, it wasn't like a pretty experience. Like it was
Yeah,
some.
be honest. Be real.
Like it was. There was like a lot of downfalls. There's times where I wanted to quit. Like I even asked myself, is that really what I should be doing? But then I had to come to realization that okay, I already took the risk. Like I came this far. Like I'm not gonna quit now. So it's like I either do this or I just, because if I quit, then I might regret my decision later down the line. So yes, that's what I say.
And how did it become videography? Like, how did you know that was where you wanted to express your creative expression?
Well, with videography, at first, it's funny because at first I started taking pictures because I was like doing photography at first, and then I transitioned into doing like video work because I realized that I could do way more, with videos and just photos. So like I had to make a decision. It's either I continue with photos or I do videos, and I was getting like amazing feedback, and I was like, you know what, like I'll just stick to it and keep it going.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so this book discovers so many topics. It's like an endless amount of topics.
Yes.
Positive
There's
thinking, of leadership, of communication, just various aspects. What topic sticks out to you the most?
Really the first chapter. Like it's talking about like taking 100 responsibility. It's taking 100% responsibility or like of your life. So it's like it's only you that's responsible to like where you want to be. So it's like instead of so like also this book talks about, so if you're blaming and complaining, you're not taking accountability for what for like what you do, like the consequences. And it also talks about like event plus response equals outcome. So like whatever your response is to like like could be like anything. So that's the outcome that you'll get from that, response.
Of
So yeah,
course. How do you take responsibility in your life?
responsibility in my life. It's really, just taking accountability because before, I used to be that person. I'm not perfect. Like I used to, find an excuse for everything. So if I was late, like I'd probably blame it on traffic and be like, like I don't know, like I didn't set up my alarm or something like that. So, but it's really like taking accountability and really, like being real with yourself and telling yourself, okay, like I'm the problem and the solution. So, like it starts with me and it ends with me. So, so yeah, it's pretty
Love
much,
that.
yeah.
One of the cool things that was my biggest takeaway from the book is he says high intentions, low attachments,
Okay.
right? And so that was a big takeaway for me because
Hmm.
I'm like, a lot of us get so attached to the outcome.
Yes. Yes.
So we can have high intentions, but our high
Yeah.
intentions
Yeah. Yeah.
equally equate sometimes to high
Hmm.
outcomes. How
Yeah.
have you been able to remain in a space of having low attachments, if you're able to?
Well, I've always been the person. I've never really been too attached to like, let's say I'm working a job and it's like, it's like, well, like I need this job to survive. It's like I wouldn't mind taking the risk, because I've always been like a risk taker. So like I think that plays, like a huge role in not being too attached. So yeah, so like I'd say for that, that would be it. Like really taking risks and really believing in myself and knowing that okay, if this doesn't work out, I could try this, try it this way. So yeah,
Yeah. Have you ever taken a risk that hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to work out?
yeah, like plenty of times,
Can you
you
give me an
know,
example?
like for example, like I reached out to someone to do like a shoot, and I thought it was gonna work out, and it ended up not working out the way I wanted it to. And then so like I had to, but that was like when I was first like starting out. So that's when I also was asking myself, is that really what I should be doing? Because I wasn't really getting the results I wanted at first. And then once I started like hanging around successful people, and I started like switching some things that I do, and I started seeing some success. And like I still haven't scratched the surface. Like I'm still not where I want to be because like even in this book, like there's still some things that I'm have yet to apply to my life. So like I'm still like learning. I'm still, a student.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Something I want to commend you on is that you're doing this work at a young age. It's
Thank
like
you.
you should have gratitude and compassion for yourself because it's a journey. Like
Yeah,
nobody
yes,
ever
yes.
reaches a point where
You
they're
gotta
like,
love the journey.
I got it, right? I have
Yeah, yeah.
all the success principles down packed.
Nah.
You're always
Mm,
learning. So
mm-hmm,
I think it's really cool that you're doing that at such a young age and really implementing those things
mm-hmm.
because something else that's talked about is having a positive mindset.
Yes,
And so for
yes.
you to be able to take that risk and see that positive mindset is
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah.
So what do you tell yourself in those times when the outcome might not necessarily be what you want it to be?
Well, I always tell myself that, you know, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe that's not when it's supposed to happen. So like I always, try something different. So if that doesn't work, like I'm not gonna give up. I may think of giving up, but I'm gonna try something different that works for me. And then you never know, like it may come like the person that you wanted to work with in the beginning, probably, like maybe you weren't ready for that yet. And then later down the road, it might come full circle to where you're working with that person now. So
Yes.
yeah, like I've had like some experiences. I've had some people where it's like I reached out to them before and they didn't like really want to work with me because I just started, and then now they see my work and they're the ones reaching out to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And how important is it being around successful people?
I say it's really important because it really like it trains your mind. It really helps you see certain things in a different light. So it's like let's say you're always hanging around people that are not really adding value
Mm.
to you, and that's really all you're gonna know because that's your environment. You could be part of an environment, but it's your choice to know. Okay, should I stay here? Should I move? Like, what's next? So if that's what you want for yourself, like let's say you're in an environment where you're not thriving, you're not going to the next level,
Mhm.
then you're just gonna stay at that position. But if you want more for yourself, if you want to go to the next level, like
Mhm.
you're gonna start letting some people go, Like you're gonna start, going to different events, like whether it's networking events or, like being in the right rooms, which I like to say as well, and meeting the right people. So
How do you place yourself in the right rooms?
placing myself in the right rooms is really like doing this, you know, like coming to like being out of my comfort zone. Cause before, like I was very to myself. Like I mean, it's not that I was shy, cause some people would think that I'm shy, but it's just that like I was like very to myself. I mean, I'm even in school, like it's like I wouldn't speak unless I was spoken to or if someone asked me a question. So like I was like very observant. Like I wouldn't be the one like the class clown or like talking loud. Like I
Yeah,
was
you're the
very
guy.
like I was like very reserved, like very like quiet. So yeah, so then I had to get out of that habit and really tell myself, okay, so if I want to see success with what I'm doing, like I need to really get out of my comfort zone and really, go out there and talk to people and introduce myself, you know. And that's when I really started seeing a difference in my business.
I
Yeah.
love that. What's
Yeah.
the importance of networking in that process?
Networking, that's like one of the most important things I'd say because one people could like cuz like when you're talking to people like face to face, they could feel your energy, like your vibe and really I say, I mean that's like really one of the most important things really like just to go out there like whatever your business is, like it's really important to not just be on the DMs or like
Yes.
reaching out to people, but also going to certain events and putting yourself in the right rooms and meeting because you never know, like you might meet your business partner, you know, just by going to the right rooms and meeting, like the right people.
And
Yeah.
putting yourself out there.
Yeah, just
There's
putting
a little
yourself out
tip
there.
I want to give because networking is huge in anything, especially
Hmm.
in an era of social media where people are constantly marketing themselves.
Hmm.
But being personable, like you have 5 seconds to sell yourself when you meet somebody.
Hmm.
So as you've said how you were maybe shy before, now I'm
Yeah.
sure you speak first to be able to get yourself that
Yeah,
job or
for
get
sure.
yourself that opportunity.
Yes. Yes.
So really noting the importance of networking and being able
Hmm.
to speak and sell yourself, but sometimes selling yourself is just being yourself.
Yes.
Like literally having a
Exactly.
conversation and ask somebody how their
Hmm.
day is versus like, here's my business card.
Yeah. Like that's. I mean, another thing too. Like I always like tell people to value relationships, like over money, because with relationships, that could take you further than just doing it for the money. And going back to what I said earlier, like you'll know you love to do something if you do it for free. So it's like it's still a win-win because you're improving, yourself and your work, and also while maintaining a good relationship. And that very person could be the one that could refer you to like, to someone that could take you to the next level or put you in a position where you weren't before. So that's why like I tell people, I mean, even for myself to like value relationships over money
Yeah.
for sure.
Sometimes you meet people to
Hmm.
meet people.
Yes, yes.
So how do you build your relationships?
How do I build my relationships? Just by, I mean, like I said, like going out to networking events, like talking to people, and over time, as we're working together and then we start developing a good relationship. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't really think too much of it. It's not like I say, oh, like I need to go make some new relationships. It's like it just
Yeah.
happens. Like if let's say we start talking and then we instantly click and then we know like we going like back and forth, like that's and like I could already tell that okay, like I could really, I see the foundation there
Yes.
that we could build.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna collaborate out of this podcast. We're gonna
Yeah,
collaborate
yeah,
on some
yeah.
stuff together for
For sure.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What obstacles are in your way?
Obstacles. I mean, I just say like it could be like like mentally, it could be like being overwhelmed, losing motivation sometimes. Like, let's say I have to work on a project and I procrastinate. So like it's like mostly like mental things. It's not really like someone standing in my way or stopping me
Yeah.
from doing something. It's like really myself. It's like me versus me. So that's why I say my obstacle is really like right now. So like I have to get over that to really get to that next level where I want to be.
Yes. I
Yeah.
want to congratulate you for just sharing that and having that realization right now because I feel like you just
Yeah.
got it with yourself.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that you subconsciously know that that's a obstacle.
Yes.
That's why you're
Yes.
doing the work.
Yes. That's why.
It's interesting because a lot of us, our own worst critic is us.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's one of
That's
my
the reality
biggest
of life.
issues. Yeah. And also being a creative, because you're always judging yourself. Like it's like my next work has to be surpassed, and it doesn't always have to be that way, because like it's always good to be just consistent, and because it doesn't have to be perfect. Like as long as you're putting out something.
But for building confidence, what would you say? Would you consider yourself confident?
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself confident. I mean, before, like even just like speaking with people, like didn't sound too confident, but like over the years, speaking with clients and meeting different people, and it just like build my self confidence, and also, like reading certain, like certain quotes, and also like listening to some podcasts and stuff like that. So like that really helped me break out of my shell and really, okay, like if I wanna get the results I want, like I need to build my self confidence. I need to, be able to do certain things, and like
Yes.
not move in fear, but in move in faith. So yeah.
I love that.
Hmm.
3 of the things that the book mentions when it comes to building confidence
Hmm.
is acknowledging achievements, self-care, and surrounding yourself with successful people
Yes.
and supportive
Yes.
people.
Yeah. Supportive people. That's very important. Yeah.
Do you feel like you apply those?
Yes, I do. Especially, surrounding myself with supportive people, like, successful people. Because, like mentioned before, like I let go a lot of people that were not good for me. And then like once I started, you know, um, surrounding myself with like-minded individuals and people that are successful, people that have, way more than, like more knowledge than me, people that I could learn from. So that's when I really started seeing, like a difference within myself, and really with what I'm doing as well. Because like I'm always learning
Yeah.
from people, and I like to learn. So yeah.
Do you do anything for self-care?
Self-care, yeah, like I mean I like to, just like stay in silence. So sometimes like like I'm in the car, like when I was driving here, like I wasn't, like there was no music. It was just me and my thoughts, just like, yeah. So like sometimes I'm like just like good, like, silence. And yeah.
Yeah.
And a fun fact, not a lot of people know this, only people that really know me know this, like I actually used to dance back like back in the day. Like I used to like do like hip hop and stuff like that.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, we
yeah. I
got a
used to
little fun
dance.
fact
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here.
So like I used to dance, and then like that wasn't really working out for me. And then that's when I like got back, to doing like different things, and I tried out like different things. I mean, ever since I've been like a kid, like I've always been creative. Like I used to draw, like when I was younger. Like I also used to, like try to see if I could sing or rap. Like I used to try, like I
Yeah.
always knew like I probably would have ended up doing something in a creative space or become an entrepreneur, but I just didn't know what it was yet, because I was just trying out different things. And then this, like what I'm doing right now, that's the one that stuck, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
And what's your ultimate goal?
Well, my ultimate goal would be to having my own company, production company, building a team, you know, where it's like it's built on trust and love, and really we work together and we get projects done, So yeah, so I say that's like my ultimate goal.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Mhm.
Are
Yes.
there any final takeaways that you want to share about this book?
But it's pretty much just, like just being clear on where you want to be, kind of like a GPS. It's like if you press go, it's gonna take you to that destination. And so it's like having your inner GPS to know, okay, like I press go and I'm heading to that destination. So
It's funny
so yeah.
because I just talked about this yesterday and I call it IGS, Internal
IGS
Guidance
for
System.
real.
Well, thank you for being here. It has been truly a pleasure. Where can people find you?
Well, people can find me at Dre Took This on Instagram. Also, my YouTube, Dre Took This. I mean, I haven't posted anything on there yet, but I will be posting very soon. And yeah, that's where people can find me.
And before we go, tell us an affirmation. I am what?
I am exceptional.
Yes, let's go, Dre.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to get your copy of The Success Principles by Jack Canfield today in the link in the description below. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let us know how you enjoyed this episode, and turn the page, and we'll catch you next time.